What's up, everybody? It's your girl Q1, and I am back with the real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Okay, y'all know I'm doing housewife shows a day late. Typically, I do them on the same day, but listen, I decided I didn't want to pay for Sling anymore because I had Peacock. Okay? Why spend $71 when you can spend however much it is to spend on Peacock, okay? And save my $71, okay? Anyway, before I start, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video I drop. Make sure y'all like the videos so I can stay in the algorithm. Also, tomorrow morning at 11 my time, 10 Mountain Time, and 9, I want to say 9 on the West Coast time, we will be live on Mrs. Best's channel. It will be myself watching mouth reviews. We are going to go live with Love After Lockup, y'all. I have never watched Love After Lockup, and I was definitely flabbergasted. Okay. Anywho, y'all check us out tomorrow at 11 o'clock. I'll repost. So just check my community wall. It'll be up on my community wall on Instagram. I'll even post it on my Facebook. So yeah. And if you have not followed them, I am going to put their information in my description box so you guys can follow them. I actually enjoy their channel. They are actually my favorite duo. Okay, they are the duo best. That's what I call them, the duo besties. Okay. Anyway, Beverly Hills, cause y'all, Sutton pissed me off. She did. I was annoyed with Amanda, but Sutton pissed me off. Anyway, season 15, episode 5, Not Feeling the Healing. So we still in Sedona. I don't know if that was the first night of being in Sedona, or I don't know if that was the next day, but I want to assume first night. Anyway, Jennifer is dressed really earthly. Let me say this. It took 10 minutes into the scene before we can actually get something. Okay? So Jennifer is dressed really earthy. And Amanda lets everybody know she has sunscreen in her Chanel bag. And I'm just like, girl, bye. Like, y'all know Amanda is one of those people who probably never had anything and had to get it out the mud. And now everything is, I have this, I have that, X, Y, and Z. Okay? Like this shirt. This shirt comes from Shein. This is not a polo. It's a Shein original. Okay? Anyway, Sutton is irritated. You can tell by her facial expression she's already irritated immediately just by that comment, because y'all already know she feels like Amanda is a one-upper. So some of the ladies are going hiking, some are going shopping, and Kathy is just in her room on her phone because she's Kathy Hilton and she can pretty much do whatever she wants. Anyway, so far it's been 7 minutes in this on this show, and again we get nothing. So as they are doing the hiking, Jennifer is doing a lot of talking. Meanwhile, Kathy is in the bed watching videos and cracking up. We do that. We all do that, okay? So Jennifer is struggling to come up the mountain as she is crawling up the mountain. She trying to make it to the vortex, okay? My girl is struggling, but she made it, all right? And so I don't know if she was talking to the ants, but she was just talking like, here, this is for you. I was like, this lady is certified rich and very crazy and a little delulu. And I tell y'all, I would like to be very rich just so I can see if I'm going to be that delusional. Okay? Anyway, Kyle, Tim, okay, so now we're 10 minutes in. All right. So then we get the conversation with Kyle and Erica. So Kyle tells Erica that Dorit was upset, at her situation, but she feels like Dorit is taking everything out on her. And I'm like, Kyle, really? She is upset because you are not on her side and you are choosing to not be on her side, and that's fine, but be direct, be upfront, and be honest about it. But don't tell her one thing and then don't say this one day and then come back and say, oh, well, PK did this, or Mauricio said PK did that. Like, and Dorit just want to feel like you're on her side, okay? Like Nationwide, girl. Nationwide is on your side, okay? So Kyle tells Erica, I'm sorry, y'all. Erica tells Kyle to just leave the whole PK thing alone. Kyle says that is all Dorit talks about. True. But if she's talking about that to you and you know that is a sore subject for her, and especially when y'all don't agree on what's happening, because again, you don't live in a house, you haven't lived in a house with them, you can only go by what Dorit tells you. I would just be like, okay, listen, I'm just going to hear you, but I'm not going to make any judgment or any comments, and I'm here for you. But every time she talks to you, I think you get so annoyed with her that you pick a side just to piss her off. You pick PK's side just to piss her off. I really, really think you're intentional about pissing Dorit off. Anyway, with other ladies, Dorit has a conversation with Bose and Rachel about not feeling any support from Kyle. And I just kind of feel like at this point, Dorit, you could go ahead and hang this up flat screen, because y'all been on this merry-go-round for what? This is the third season? This lady don't want to be your friend. And how many times somebody going to keep showing you, but then you're the same person that keeps worrying about PK. And he keeps giving you and your kids his ass to kiss. And you still, Dorit, you are another one who is a pick-me. Anyway, Bose tell Dorit what she see in Kyle. She said that she sees Kyle making an effort, but Dorit isn't letting her in. And I'm looking at Bose like, you do understand. You've been around. This is your second season. You understand why she's not letting Kyle in. In fact, did you take up for Dorit blindly last season? I'm just saying, but you're going to tell her she's not letting Kyle in. You understand that. She can't trust Kyle with whatever she have going on with PK. She can't. Oh, Lord. Anyway, Rachel says to Dorit, she's seen how Kyle has been showing up, basically haven't been showing up for Dorit. And she says Kyle is up and down in the Dorit and the PK of it all, basically. She tells Dorit that there is an expectation that your girls would have your back. And sometimes it's not what you say, but it's how you say it. And I understood that. Because again, it is not what Kyle is saying, it's how she's saying it. And even in this case, it's what she's saying to Dorit. I really think she's intentionally trying to piss Dorit off. Anyway, Kyle tells Erica she told Mauricio that Dorit is upset with her. But you just told Erica you wasn't sure if Dorit was upset. But then you go and tell Mauricio that that Dorit was actually upset with you. Girl, I cannot. So he says to Kyle that PK is a great dad, and what he's saying is the complete opposite of what Dorit is saying. So we get a playback of Kyle on FaceTime with Mauricio saying that he's seen this text between Dorit and PK, and that Dorit is actually blocking PK's ability to see their kids. And I was like, whoa, why can't we see the text so we can determine whether or not, and even if she has a schedule, I really feel like PK should abide by that. Like, if you're gonna come in town, Don't just come in on a whim. Let this lady know. Like, again, communication is key. Communication is key. But again, I also feel like PK just want to be an asshole. Anyway, Erica thinks that Kyle should block it out. Just support Dorit and tell Mauricio not to share anything with her anymore as it pertains to PK and Dorit. So Dorit is still saying how she wants Kyle to fully support her. Girl, that ship has sank and tanked. Like, I don't understand why we still looking for this, but whatever. So we get back to the rooms. The ladies are actually cooking their own dinner. This was requested by Sutton. Anyway, Sutton isn't even down there while they cooking dinner. So Bose is actually on the phone with Keely because Bose didn't really say anything. This is the second episode. She just wasn't present. And I'm assuming that it's these in vitro shots, these IVF shots that are taking her to a different level. Anyway, Bose is getting her makeup and her hair done, but the girl who was doing her makeup was really pretty. That's the only thing I wanted to point out, how pretty her makeup was. And so Amanda have a sidebar with Kyle. She asked if Sutton had an assistant named Ivy. Well, conveniently, because that's what I'm going to say, because I feel like y'all went looking and I don't trust Amanda. Anyway, she said her friend Elena was out and she started talking to some guy. So she just happened to be talking to some guy that just happened to be Ivy, right? Okay. So she just started talking to some guy and he started talking about Sutton. Elena tells Ivy that her friend Amanda knows Sutton. So Ivy requests that Amanda contact him because he has some dirt on Sutton. Kyle was like, whoa, I'm looking like, okay. And so now Kyle is curious and she really want to know what's going on what happened between Ivy and Sutton, because we already know Sutton is very tight-lipped on that situation. Anyway, all the ladies arrive in the kitchen, and I think they started cooking at 7 o'clock. It's 11. I think they still in there cooking. Like, what the hell y'all cooking? Sutton was supposed to make the chicken, and they are literally in there trying to cook chicken. These are women who don't cook, who hire people to actually cook for them. Now, I believe Kathy can cook, and she was making some primavera sauce, I guess some type of pasta. I don't know. But I do believe that Kyle can cook. I believe some of the ladies can cook. But like they say, we're on vacation. Why are we cooking? Okay? So, these heifers, I don't even know if they cleaned the damn chicken. Okay? Because the chicken breast didn't look clean. And it was still the same color. Okay? Now, y'all know when we cook chicken... They didn't have no Tonys. They didn't have no slap your mama. Hell, y'all didn't even have seasoning. Okay? Did y'all even put salt and pepper on the chicken? Because I feel like y'all ain't seasoned the chicken. I feel like y'all took it out the pack and because it still looks slimy. Y'all ain't clean it. Y'all just let it rip and put it right there on the grill. Ew. Because then when we seen the chicken, I guess after it was being cooked, it was still white, and I'm just like, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am, no damn ma'am. Okay, I mean they didn't door that. Anyway, so Amanda have a conversation with Sutton about the whole Ivy situation. Amanda tells Sutton, I didn't call him, and Ivy wanted. I'm sorry, y'all. And Ivy wanted Amanda to hire him. So Sutton tells her, then go ahead and hire him. She says she don't need him anymore. She said that. So Amanda asked, like, do you think that is weird that Ivy would say anything, that he will talk like that or do, whatever. So Jennifer said in her confessional she thought that this was just a temporary thing between Sutton and Ivy, but apparently it's not. So Sutton tells Amanda, thank you for letting me know, but it doesn't affect me either way. Bose asks, why would Avi say that? Sutton said she don't think he will say that. And so Sutton tells the lady she don't want to talk about Avi and she doesn't feel comfortable talking about Avi. And again, we pan to that unseasoned, nasty ass, unflavorful ass chicken. Get the hell out of my face. Anyway, Sutton says she had to shift because, what did she say? Sutton said she was talking to Dorit, and she tells Dorit that she had to make a shift because she didn't like the direction she was going in. So we get a flashback of Sutton acting a damn fool last season. So Sutton says she talked with Reba as a patient. She said she had to crash and now she's dealing with it. Once again, I think this is some passive aggressive. The only reason I was like this was because this person was my friend. This person. And I really wish the person that's no longer there come out and tell her story and draw and throw down that draw for uno on all of you heifers. Anyway, but she's classy, so she won't. Shout out to Garcelle. Anyway, Dorit said the wall is coming down for her, and Dorit said that the walls was coming down for her and Sutton for the first time. Again, you never liked Sutton. Y'all never wanted to be her friend. Y'all never wanted to be her friend. Y'all shunned her. And when she became friends with Garcelle, it's just like it's been a whole problem since. And now that she's gone, now Sutton has to kiss y'all rings. Like, and she's going to do it because she wants to be accepted. Like, girl. So the next day, everybody's having breakfast. Amanda says to Sutton, asked Sutton, hey, are you mad at me? And, she got snippy. And Jennifer told Sutton Amanda had made a comment about Sutton being late with coming down to dinner. And you was late. You was 4 hours late after you said you was going to make the chicken. So I felt like when Amanda was holding you to task and holding your feet to the fire, you felt like she didn't have any validity to say anything to you. None. You felt like you was here and Amanda should be here and she need to know her role and her place. But you was late and you did say you were going to make chicken. The easiest thing you could have done was ask somebody else to make the chicken because you needed a moment, you needed a while to yourself. Anyway, Amanda is a one-upper. I forgot what she said, but whatever it was, she's a one-upper. Anyway, so Amanda at this point has tap danced on Erica's nerves. Because everybody's in the car. We're going to... I forgot where they were going. But she's on a business call the whole time. The car, they're headed to whatever destination they're headed to. She's actually on a business call instead of taking this moment to be like, listen, I'm on vacation. I'll get with you later. Like, schedule a time later and have a moment and kind of get to know your castmates. So Erica was just like looking out the window. Like, you could tell she was visibly annoyed. Like, she was really, really annoyed with Amanda. And I was like, oh, Lord. So Sutton took the girls to this airport restaurant and they were able to see, like the planes just kind of going off the ramp and flying and, all of the things. So Amanda wanted to fix things with Sutton, but Sutton said, she was like, I felt like you was mad at me, yada, yada, yada. Sutton tells her, if I was mad, you would know. But Sutton, you was mad because when you didn't call her Amanda, you called her Missy. You was really being passive aggressive in that moment. You was mad at her. You don't really like her. She's becoming a thorn in your side. And instead of just being honest, we're here. So Sutton, once again, you was late, and you don't like Amanda. You didn't keep it a buck. And one thing I will say about Amanda, you're always so sensitive when someone says something to you, girl. If you don't get a backbone, because if you can't handle these ladies, you won't be back next season. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, Sutton decided she wanted to get everybody together at the table because everybody was just trying to, they was just asking questions. She was like, I don't want to talk about it. Do y'all understand me? The way I would have told Sutton, bitch, who you hollering at? I'm sorry, I would. Who you hollering at? Y'all, you don't see Reba, you don't see your kids sitting right here, not at this table. So, I felt like this energy, this aura that you're operating in, I feel like has always been you, but you have always allowed the black woman to take up for you. And prior to that, you didn't have any of this energy when you first came on the show, allowing all of those ladies to punk you. Now all of a sudden you want to operate in this villainous role. I see it, y'all. It's so blatant. It's so blatant. Anyway, Erica tells her, when she said that it is bigger, so that it was bigger than, she's making it bigger than what it really is. Erica tells Sutton that basically she was saying what Amanda said really came up gossipy. Kyle asked Sutton, was she okay? And she was like, do I look okay? Girl, who you talking to? Like, son, you got a lot of dip in your chip, la mama. But again, this energy means nothing now because you should have had that energy seasons ago. But you know what? We're going to let you have it this season. And we're going to let you be the HBIC. Okay? Anyway, Jennifer was about to talk to Sutton. Sutton cut her completely off. And she told Sutton, you know what? I wasn't even going to talk to you about the Ivy situation. I was going to say something different. I was going to talk about something else. But if you want me not to say anything, I won't say anything. And it really hurt her feelings because this wasn't the first time Sutton has been hurtful towards Jennifer. And at this point, Jennifer, I need you to pipe up because I don't give a damn if that's your friend or not. She needs to learn how to respect you. If she wants respect, she's going to have to start giving respect. So at this point, Sutton starts to cry. She used her white woman tears. She started to cry. Amanda asks if she cries often. Sutton just looking at her like, girl, I really want to punch you in the throat. So anyway, Jennifer goes out and sit with Kyle. So Jennifer says, in her confessional, basically she's just tired of Sutton. She says she's just like, there's these pokes and, there's these leaks in these pokes, and that Sutton has poked her in how much, basically how much a person can take. How much can I take? How much should I take? She also feels like this is why Garcelle left, because everything is always about Sutton. Kyle is shocked at this point because she was like, I never thought Jennifer would say something about Sutton, but I thought that was her bestie. Wasn't Dorit your bestie, hoe? And you earlier was just talking about Dorit, but that's supposed to be your friend and you're supposed to love her. So you really need to have that understanding for Jennifer, but instead you're going to take your messy ass to Sutton next week and you're going to tell her everything Jennifer has said. Because you don't give a damn about Sutton. You never did. And Sutton too stupid to see that you don't give a good goddamn. I'm just saying. Anyway, the Sutton actually longs for acceptance from the Fab 4, 5, whatever. And now she feels like she's a part of the group and she is happy. And I was just like, girl. But this way the episode ended. So I don't know, y'all. Sutton really working on my nerves. I just want to see how everything's gonna turn out between her and Jennifer, and if this is gonna be Jennifer's last last hoorah as a friend of. Like, I like Jennifer. I think she's a breath of fresh air. You know, because we always see Kathy. Sometimes we just get tired of Kathy. But I hope she doesn't come back. Just let Sutton fly and flee on her own. Anyway, y'all, that's all I got. This is your girl Q1, reminding you to keep showing up, keep growing, stay true to yourself, and I will see y'all in the next video.